So what's up, everybody? This is your boy Jonathan. I'm out here about to go meet up a friend and then go to the dance studio. I actually went home and changed my clothes out of the athleisure wear because I thought I was just gonna go to my second job, but the lady canceled on me, so I had time to go home, sleep, take a shower, and then change out of the athleisure wear that I was wearing earlier, and then get ready. And now I'm meeting up friends. So, what I wanted to talk to you about is, and what I'm wearing is more, okay, so, it's hot out, and the sun's out, so I have this baseball hat and these glasses that are protecting my eyes and stuff, so I don't get blinded by the sun, of course, and I got this kind of, low lighter type of shirt on. We talked about it earlier, because this is more for, the daytime, late afternoon, and the sun's still out, and I'm going to a bar with friends, and it's a weekday, it's Wednesday, so it's a weekday, so I can still wear a little bit of color and a little bit of low lighter stuff. So yeah, so what I want to talk to you about today is how to kind of wear what you want. That's kind of nerdy, but get away with it. So how do you wear nerdy clothes and get away with it, right? So to tell you about myself, I love Hawaiian t-shirts. I love Hawaiian shirts, and I love, colorful watches, and I love my gas station sunglasses, right? My gas station sunglasses. And I think the way that I do fashion, where if I want to wear something unique, is I think about, the context of it, right? Everything has context. So I haven't worn Hawaiian shirts in a while. I don't remember the last time, but I have a lot of them. And so when I wear them, I look at it like this, okay, I work around kids all day, and I work around a family situation. So if I wear a Hawaiian shirt, it's cute, it's colorful, it's kind of goes into that vibe of working with children and working with families. And I know it's kind of nerdy, but at the same time, it kind of fits in with the situation. You know what I'm saying? And I love those shirts because it reminds me of San Francisco. And like I said, because I work around families and stuff, it kind of fits in the situation. Same thing with the colorful watches. I work around kids and families and stuff, so it kind of blends in with that whole environment, so I can get away with wearing colorful watches and stuff. The sunglasses, the same type of thing, but also even when I'm not around families and I wear the sunglasses or whatever, it's kind of understood that it's summertime and the sun's out and you got to protect your eyes, and people know that, sometimes men's sunglasses aren't always available like that. And I've been checking around, and right now mostly they sell women's sunglasses, or they sell men's sunglasses that are really designer and have these really cheap and fragile frames that, sometimes you drop them and the eyepiece pops out, the lens pops out, or sometimes the frames just break. And I've had that issue a lot with the the more masculine looking silver glasses. And something like this, because it's plastic and stuff like that, the frames are protected, they don't pop out, and it doesn't break as fast. So you have to look at it from a practical level. So when I go out and wear these, people aren't really going to be oh, he's a nerd wearing those gas station sunglasses. It's there's kind of this, common sense where it's men's designer sunglasses are expensive, and plus they're fragile and they break and stuff like that. So, you have to look at it like that when you look at fashion, okay? Now, some stuff I've seen, one thing I have seen a lot of guys try to wear is doing a lot with the hip hop clothes and the street culture clothes, and so in the wrong situation. And what did I say? Context, right? So you could wear those. There's a lot of cool clubs in New York where you can wear like your hip hop clothes. There's a lot of, there's a lot of areas in the city where it's like all college students, you can get away with that. But sometimes you have to make a sacrifice and say, okay, I'm gonna put up the streetwear for a minute. Because like there may be some venues that you go or some places where people think that's immature. And what I would do in that situation is, understand that you have a place and time to wear your cool clothes, but then, you can't wear them every single day. And sometimes you have to make a small sacrifice. And that doesn't mean you can't ever wear them. There's a million places where you can wear street clothes, flamboyant hip hop clothes, but then sometimes you have to tone it down for different situations. So I would think to myself about like all the places I could be wearing that and just be grateful that I have those places, and then make the sacrifice of, if there's a place that I can't wear the street clothes in or the streetwear, then, make that sacrifice. And quit being selfish and just be grateful that you have places to wear your street clothes. Nerd culture is a little bit more, nerd clothing, like t-shirts and stuff and hats and stuff, is a little bit harder. That's even more of a sacrifice, right? If you really want a girlfriend, sometimes you just have to put that up, because when you advertise for your nerd culture, it just shows that you're just focusing on nerd culture and not about being social, and you may not have social skills. So you have to make that sacrifice. I said this in a video before. There is a way to rock nerd t-shirts. If you get nerd t-shirts, first of all, you want to focus on something culturally that everybody knows. Everybody knows Superman, Batman, Star Wars, Pokemon. Everybody knows those brands, right? So don't be focusing. Don't have no t-shirts with no obscure anime that nobody's ever seen, or some obscure video game, or World of Warcraft, or something weird, that's that has a reputation of being associated with nerdy virgins in their basement. So that's number one. Number two, only do the logos, like the Batman logo, the Flash logo, Star Trek logo, Star Wars logo, and that's it. Grand Theft Auto logo, Pokemon logo, because people will get it, oh, he's into that. But once you start having pictures of the people doing stuff, it's doing a little too much. And you don't want to do that. So just the logos only. I would stay away from like baseball hats or big ass hoodies or backpacks or keychains advertising for your nerd culture, right? I would say to you, just be lucky that you can get away with wearing just the logo, okay? And just, you have to make a sacrifice. If you want a girlfriend, you have to make a sacrifice. Other than that, like, I've seen people who wear outdated clothing, like triangle hats from the 1800s, and like big long trench coats, and like old school boots from the 1800s. And okay, sometimes you just have to let that go. I'm sorry. You can say that for the conventions, or if you're hanging out with a group of friends, but other than that, sometimes you have to let that stuff go. You have to make that sacrifice in order to make friends. So that's my advice. I'm Jonathan. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, leave